the This Week in Astrology video forecast. This is episode number 12 for the week of May 19th, 2014. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Benjamin Bernstein of astroshaman.com. I'm an astrologer, shamanic healer, and awakening activator, and it's my pleasure to bring you these weekly astrology forecasts. Let's start with the overview for the week of May 19th. The healing power of a 2-month Jupiter-Saturn-Chiron grand trine peaks this week, and action in numerous areas is supported as Mars turns direct. We also have the Sun entering Gemini, 2 new yods involving Juno and Chiron, and much more. Let's break it down day by day. On Monday, May 19th, we open with Pluto trine Juno. Pluto is at 13 Capricorn, Juno is at 13 Taurus. Sacred sexual connection with your committed romantic partner is supported by this Pluto trine to Tarian Juno. This aspect can help you flow through positive transformation in your relationship with your sweetheart. Next up, Venus quincunx Saturn. Venus is at 19 Aries, Saturn is at 19 Scorpio. Relationship transformation is also supported by Saturn quincunx Arian Venus. Feel out what adjustment is needed between the love goddess and the writer of reality checks. This aspect can also give endurance to your creative efforts if you make time for them. That's all part of the quincunx adjustment factor. Also on a busy Monday, May 19th, Mars turns direct. It's been retrograde since March 1st, and it's turning direct at 9:32 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time at 9 degrees, 1 minute Libra. My advice as it turned retrograde was to reflect on how you're using assertiveness, sexuality, and aggression, as well as your effectiveness as a leader, warrior, or pioneer. Since Mars backpedaled entirely within Libra, I also suggested contemplation on your relationships, creative expression, harmony, and balance. So now that Mars is turning direct, it's a good time to begin implementing any insights you've gained in these areas, whether you heard my initial advice or not. On Tuesday, May 20th, the Sun quintiles Chiron. Sun, 29 degrees, 19 minutes Taurus. Chiron is at 17 degrees, 19 minutes Pisces. Physical healing modalities may have a special magic to them with the Tarian Sun quintile Chiron. Next up, the Sun enters Gemini, and it's going to be radiating the energies of learning, communication, playfulness, mischievousness, and variety. And then, a big headline event of the week, a grand trine peaking with Jupiter, Chiron, and Saturn. When 3 slow planets make an aspect pattern, it's a big deal. This guy started on April 20th, peaks today, and ends on June 24th. It features Chiron, the wounded healer, aspecting the social planets Jupiter and Saturn. This provides assistance for mentoring and healing. With Chiron in Pisces, spiritual healing and mentoring receive special support. Family healing, Jupiter in Cancer, and mentoring in the hidden mysteries, Saturn in Scorpio, also get extra juice. Because of the grand trine's subtlety, you could easily miss out on these helpful energies. Trines and grand trines have a reputation of being lazy and sometimes being taken for granted. So, mine the trines to take advantage of this aspect pattern's waning weeks. Another aspect pattern today, it's a very busy day. Is there a higher cause to which you feel a deep commitment? If so, what can you do to bring healing and mentorship to it? Act on any insights you gain as Juno, Pallas Athena, and Chiron form a yod. This is also called a finger of God. And it's a thin triangle, 150-degree aspects connecting to a 60-degree sextile. It starts today, peaks on May 24th, and ends on May 29th. On Wednesday, May 21st, we open with another aspect pattern. We got a bunch this week. There's several interesting ways that this new T-square could play out. It contains the Geminian Sun, Virgo and Pallas Athena, and Neptune. It starts today, peaks on May 26th, and ends on June 1st. Be alert against one possibility, that a cunning con artist could pull the wool over your eyes. In friendlier territory, this T-square could inspire you to offer compassionate service with your strategic skills, feminine assertiveness, and/or practical creativity. It could also be a recipe for inspired thinking and planning. Thursday, May 22nd, there are no major events, so we're going to scoot right along to Friday, May 23rd, where we have Jupiter square Ceres. Jupiter, 19 Cancer, Ceres, 19 Libra. Abundance and self-esteem come under the magnifying glass as Jupiter squares Ceres. Mother-daughter relationships and the theme of release and return could also gain prominence. On Saturday, May 24th, Jupiter trines Saturn. Jupiter is at 19 Cancer and Saturn's at 19 Scorpio. You know what? This is part of that Jupiter-Saturn-Chiron grand trine I just talked about that peaked on May 20th. So rather than do this as a standalone, just think back to what I said about the grand trine to see this aspect in its larger context. And then we've got yet another aspect pattern to talk about. The Juno Pallas Athena Chiron Yod that began on May 20th peaks today. Well, I guess we have the same aspect pattern we've already talked about to remind you about there. But here's one that is new. Another Yod, this one featuring Juno, Ceres, and Chiron, starts today, peaks on May 27th, and ends on June 1st. To make the best use of it, focus on how your committed partnerships are affecting your self-esteem. If you're with someone who makes you feel worse about yourself, or vice versa, this is a good time to work on healing that dysfunctional pattern. On Sunday, May 25th, we have Mercury quintile Uranus. Mercury is at 27 Gemini and Uranus is at 15 Aries. An agile mind, ingenious insights, and easier reception of intuitive flashes can all be benefits of this Mercury-Uranus quintile. Let's look ahead to the week of May 26th, next week's show. We're going to have a new moon in Gemini to talk about. Juno receives 3 aspects from slower planets. She's going to be aspected by Chiron, Saturn, and Jupiter all in the same week. 2 asteroid goddesses go direct, Vesta and Ceres. We have the Sun squaring Neptune and trining Mars. We have Venus entering Taurus, and you see a cattail there. My kitty has joined me in my lap. We've got Mercury, sextile Venus, and conjunct Cancer. And believe it or not, I have 7 peaking aspect patterns. I've never seen that many peak in a single week. Of course, I do use the asteroid goddesses, but still. We've got 3 T-squares, 2 grand crosses, a Yod and a kite all coming to peak next week. So be sure to tune in and I'll tell you all about those and how to make good use of them. A couple of quick announcements. Voting ends this Wednesday for the Mountain Express 2014 Best of Western North Carolina Reader Survey. I placed second last year in the astrology category, and I'd love to reach #1 this year. Please vote for me no later than this Wednesday, May 21st. Information on this and all my other announcements is on the home page of astroshaman.com. Just scroll down slightly to the What's New section, and you'll see links to everything I'm talking about. And 3 things I'm doing this month. Tomorrow, May 17th, as I post this, the Fairy and Earth Festival in Hendersonville, North Carolina. I'll be teaching along with my partner Kimberly at the Wise Wolf Council, May 25th at Isis Cove, a shamanic community. And just announced, on May 31st, I'll be at the Spiritual Unity New Age Fair in Anderson, South Carolina. That's near Greenville. And I'll be doing walk-up readings there just as I will at the Fairy and Earth Festival. Again, more information on all these is at astroshaman.com on the home page. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my Benjamin Bernstein YouTube channel to be notified when I post new videos. And if you like this video, please share it. This free video forecast is a partner project with iTunes' #1 astrology podcast, This Week in Astrology. That's the audio version of this, and that's also free. You can get my weekly astrology forecast in writing by subscribing to my free email newsletter at astroshaman.com. Once you're there, you can also link to my Facebook page and Twitter feed, where I post daily forecasts. My personal services include astrology, shamanic healing, and awakening activation. All are equally effective in person or long distance. My guarantee makes my services risk-free. If you don't feel that your experience was helpful, there is no charge. I also offer other great products and services, many of which are free. To learn more, visit astroshaman.com. Thanks again for watching. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way. And my kitty wants to say hi. Hi, this is Cleo. Hi. All right, I'll talk to you next week.